Welcome along to the Army Analysis series, and today we're looking at the Gallic 300 BC list with Samnite 355 BC allies. This is in the classical period. Quite a few players have taken this army out in the league this season. Overall, I think the Samnites are worth taking out. Because you get the veteran Samnite foot and the Samnite foot, which are, well, both in their own way great units. The veteran foot is great because it's superior quality and impact, so you get a really great POA advantage on impact, and the Samnite foot is just cheap, 42, decent impact foot. So yeah, compared to your standard warbands, you're saving quite a lot of money there with these Samnites. So I think it's a good option to take the Samnites as allies. As you can see, this is essentially a warband army. We have 9 warband units. Warbands are okay. They're large units. Obviously, you've got impact, but they're going to struggle against pikes because they don't have any advantage with quality. And even on impact against pikes, there's no real advantage. So once stuck in melee, they're going to struggle a little bit. So that would be my concern. And against the Romans, against Carthaginians with their veteran spear, and the Romans have a lot of units that just have got above average quality, superior quality. Then these warband units will struggle. But we have got some superior warband, and they're fantastic units. We've got 4. So the real plus of this list really is the superior warband and the veteran Samnite foot. So we've got 6 really nice superior quality impact troops here. So that's great. All of our infantry, we've got 21 units. All of our infantry is impact foot. Your standard warband, your Samnites, veteran and the standard, and the superior quality. So that's great. Cavalry in this kind of army is really just backup. We've got some noble cav, which is great value at 44, so that's nice. We've got 4 of them. Superior quality. They can help hold your flank, and at the moment we've got a veteran armored cav as well. So it is literally all about impact here, because also we don't have that many skirmishers. We're actually almost maxed out. Now, what was interesting was I was having a look, and as we're doing, this going through all the armies in this series, you can kind of compare and contrast. And we just did recently the Spanish. We looked at the Spanish Sartorius 80 BC army, which is very similar to this, because that had all impact foot and about the same number of infantry. In my build, I had 20. In this one, it's 21. But the win rate is quite a bit different. With the Spanish, it was 61%, so it's an excellent percent, and here it's only 45%. So in the league, this is kind of a little bit below average. A lot of, as I've said before, a lot of armies are around 50%. Some of the better ones are 54, 55, like the Carthaginian and Roman lists. That Spanish one was really good at 61%, but this is 45. So you have to ask the question, why are players not getting as much out of this army as quite a similar army in the Spanish list? And I think one of the reasons is the skirmishers. Now, I'm a player, I don't really, when I say I don't like skirmishers, some players I think really take out loads of skirmishers. They're good at using them. They like using them. I generally use skirmishers more as a backup, a cover for my infantry. So I don't often concern myself too much with skirmishers, but that Spanish list had 12 skirmish units. This one at the moment has 5, and we can only max at 6. That has to be one of the reasons why that Spanish list does so much better. Skirmishers can cover your infantry. Remember, you've got no armor here. Protected, 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 some armor. You've just got 2 units with a little bit of armor. So they can really, help you get in close without any disruptions. They can disrupt units before impact. So that has to be a big reason. We just don't have enough skirmishers in this army. Also, we've got no elephants, we've got no lancers, we've got no spear at all. So against cavalry, we're going to struggle maybe, a lot of these units. So there are quite a few limitations. Even that Spanish list, in my build, I had 4 javelin horse. And javelin horse in itself might not be the greatest unit in the world, but actually as a support unit it can be really, really good, because if I've got, I think I had with that Spanish list, I had 5 cav, but if I've got 4 javelin horse in support, they can really help swarm around the enemy cav, get some flank attacks, hold them up, and just bulk out your cavalry. So that is another advantage that this list just doesn't have. We don't have any javelin horse or any cheaper cav really, apart from this armored cav. So that's another disadvantage. You're limited in what you can do in terms of swapping things around. It was actually really quite difficult because my infantry is pretty set, and we don't have any irregular foot. The cheaper infantry, we've only got 3 more, so and I want to keep my heavy foot, so it was quite hard to switch things around. We're almost maxed with skirmishers, and you're not going to win with your cav really. So what I was playing around with was I took out veteran armored cav, I took out a Samnite foot, I took out one of the skirmishers, that gives us 128, and I added loads of chariots. And we've got 20. Okay. And then maybe I did have another one, I think. It's really difficult trying to play around with this. Yeah, maybe we take out another skirmisher unit. We could take out some chariots, or even some armored cav perhaps. Oh, we got noble cav. Okay, so there we go. We've got some extra cavalry and chariots. We've still got a fair number of infantry. What have we got now? 9. About 20, yeah. So it's still a fair number of infantry. We've got 5 cav and 4 chariots. Maybe this is more what players would use. Because you're not going to get a huge advantage with your skirmishers. We can only have 6 max anyway, so you might as well kind of get stuck in perhaps. These chariots are quite nice. I've used them a few times. They're maneuverable and also they're superior quality, so they're pretty good. They're pretty good. Good option at 36. What kind of grade am I going to give this army? A B plus? I think about a B plus. It's the roll of the dice. You're going to have to hope that your impact foot does well on impact. Otherwise, once in melee, it's going to get stuck and you're probably going to start losing. You're going to have to go in quick because you've got hardly any skirmishers. We've got no lancers, so this is really more just holding the enemy cav back. Although, you know, when we've added these chariots, that's 9 mounted troops now, and many armies are only going to have 4, 5, 6 cav units. So maybe you're going to have an advantage in numbers with your cav and mounted. But you're going to have to play pretty carefully and well, have a good plan, go in at the right time. Really no room for error. You might also struggle against elephants. No spear. Yeah, and just if the enemy has a lot of skirmishers, then that could be a problem as well. So about a B plus, I think, is about right. Limited options, so get these warbands going and hope for the best. Okay, if you're playing with this army, let us know what you're doing with it. Maybe you're taking the extra cab, maybe you're taking more of the infantry. If you're playing against this army, let us know how you're doing. But for me, it's about a B plus. There are probably better armies out there. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you again soon.